Okay, welcome back. Last time we finished off Factorial Town and Metal Greymon unfortunately faded away. On the plus side, I did actually need to lose Metal Greymon, mostly because I have one thing left to do before I go to Mount Infinity, and I can't do that if I have Metal Greymon. It unfortunately requires one very, very specific Digimon to use. So unfortunately today is going to be another episode of just grinding. However, because I am pretty much right at the end of the game now, and I probably should have done this ages ago, I'm just going to go and make life easier for myself. Pretty much, first things first, I'm going to run over to the item store, and I'm going to stock up on a couple of things. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one autopilot. I'm going to buy an autopilot so I can get back to the city. That's the wrong thing. There we go. But I buy an autopilot so I can go back to the city. And now I buy a whole bunch of medium recoveries. I need... Yeah, that should do. Actually, I should be able to buy 2 more of them. Okay, that should be enough. Right, so I now have a mountain of medium recoveries. They cost 500 to buy. And pretty much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Birdrat Transport to fly on over to, whatchamacallit. I'm going to use Birdrat Transport to fly to, Friesland, that's what it's called. And from there, I'm going to go and talk to the Mojamon and trade the medium recoveries for special defense discs, I think they are. And basically, I can then sell those discs for 2,000 each. Basically, I make a 1,500-bit profit on each one. I nearly got jumped by that Hyugamon frame 1, but hey, here we are. Also, I'll take another Digimushroom because I can trade a Digimushroom for a whatchamacallit. I can trade a Digimushroom for a medium recovery, so I can get another one now. And once I do all of this, I can stock up and just get a whole bunch of them. If I really, really need to, I probably won't, but if I absolutely had to, I would effectively be able to just do this ad nauseum until I get effectively infinite money. Basically, money is no longer an object to me in this game, as a result of this, and hopefully we can make all of this go very, very quickly. Also, this is not the one I need, but I am going to trade a couple of Digimushrooms to him, mostly because I think I had 4 in my inventory now that I picked up another 2. And now I can go and trade all of these. Basically, I'm just going to trade a mountain of these I'm basically just trading this Mojamon a mountain of floppy disks in order to get other ones. Like, I'm basically trading in floppy disks for CDs in terms of practicality. And all of those will go to just buying stuff and okay, so the main key behind all of this is I'm trying to get the training manual. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think the training manual is going to be worth it. Like, I don't see a world in which the training manual makes the worth of 50,000 bits back. But hey, here we are. Now, this could take a little while, so I'm just going to speed through this, so I will be right back. Oh, also, fun fact, if I didn't have an autopilot on me right now, I would actually be soft locked, because I'm currently stuck inside the Mojamon's character model. Fortunately, I have an autopilot to get back to the city. Also, I didn't use all of them. I didn't use all of the medium recoveries that I have, because I would quite like to keep some just for the future. Mostly just because they're going to be generally convenient to have. Now then, now it's time to go and just sell all of what I just bought. So first things first, we need to head on over to the item shop. I do like how you see the item shop kind of grow over time. Like, I think that's a really neat detail. Okay, so let's just quickly sell all of these, and also the prickly pear, because I'm not going to need it. I'll probably never need the prickly pear, but now I can sell off all of these and make 70,000 bits. Basically, that is as close as you're gonna get to an infinite money glitch in this game. I don't know if that's like I genuinely don't know if like that was intended or if it was developed at oversight or what. Okay, so now we can also talk to Piximon, and we can buy the training manual for 50,000. He won't give us a discount though because Piximon is a cheapskate. Now then, hopefully we can see at least some degree of gain. Hopefully we see at least something that was worthwhile out of this. Because I just paid 50,000 bits for that. And yeah, that's not not exactly a small amount of money. Okay, so let's do that. And I still have 20,000 left, so you know what? I'm gonna go to the treasure hunt. And what in-game day is it? 8. Okay, so I'll come back on day 18. And they should have a thing for this. So this should take 5 to 10 days, I think he said. Yeah, 10 days. So we give him that, and away he goes. I think because I have Gabumon in the city, I think I'm more likely to find a rare item because of it. Basically, I think typically Dremojimon finds you a Digivolution item, but I might be wrong on that. But I'm fairly certain that it's normally just a Digivolution item that he gets you. The last time he did that, he came back and gave me the thing to get Ninjamon, which honestly wouldn't have been all that bad. I think Ninjamon could be a kind of cool thing to get. Now then, pretty much because the last thing I need to do, the final thing I need to do, that was 11. We got 11 points for that. That's, not exactly inspiring, but okay. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so the final thing that I need to do is to go to Toy Town. And in order to go and do the thing that I need to do in Toy Town, I need to get Monzaemon. And to get Monzaemon, I need to get Numamon. And to get Numamon, I will quite simply have to do one thing. I will have to train a Digimon wrong on purpose. Because obviously, as you've probably seen throughout this playthrough, I typically try to balance out my stats. I typically try to level up the stats in a balance and then focus on a couple of specifics. But like, generally I try to have a bit of a balance. However, in the case of this, I cannot have them, basically, you get Numamon if you're rookie level Digimon. Okay, Euramon is about to evolve into Tanemon, so that's cool, I guess. So, we will now have Tanemon, and then it has its 2 potential evolutions. Then once it evolves from Tanemon to its next form, I basically just have to focus on, I think it's offense. I'm just going to grind the offense stat. So we are going to have, like, no HP, no MP, no defense, no brains, all offense. It's all we are going to have. And basically, I need to just get to that point. pretty much all I need out of this is to make sure that I don't hit the requirements to get any of the champion level forms. And basically, the easiest way I can do that is to basically just pour all of the points into one stat. And hope that it's offense. Although I do remember hearing that there is a glitch in this game where Tanemon specifically, I think it was Tanemon, like if you only train it in offense, it can basically just stay as Tanemon forever, which to be fair, is kind of funny. But anyway, what I need to do is get Numamon, and then, basically, my goal here is get Numamon, go around, clean up the world map, go to Toy Town, get Monzaemon, come back, do a bit of training, go deal with Toy Town, and then, depending on how much life Monzaemon has left in him after that, we will either I'll go straight to Mount Infinity and start giving that a go, or I'll just wait for Monzaemon to die, and then we start up with one final cycle. To be honest though, I have no idea what I'm gonna end up with, so basically I'm gonna end this game with either Monzaemon or Wildcard, no idea. I mean, I could, in theory, if once Monzaemon inevitably fades away, because it is an inevitability, it will happen. I can't do anything to stop that. I could, in theory, if I do everything the same way again, I could just get myself a Metal Greymon on again and go back through and go into the final zones with a Metal Greymon. I think that might be the play, because Metal Greymon is good. Also, I'm just going to buy 2 Super Carrots and 2 Hawk Radishes, because I am also going to need to do some I'm going to need to do some grinding for my other stats at another time. Also, Tanemon can now have a little nap. But yeah, pretty much. Oh, also, because I'm getting on towards the end of the game, in that final cycle, I have all of the chips. Like, every chip that I've had for the entire game. Regardless of if it's an offense chip, defense chip, quick chip, brain chip, HP chip, MP chip, I'm just going to throw all of those into whatever that final Digimon is. So, one, that'll cut down grinding massively. And it will also give me something like, I think it'll give me like 3,000 MP. It'll be like plus 3,000 MP, plus 400 offense, 300 defense, 150 speed, like 400 brains. Maybe it's like 200 brains. And then it'll be like 450 offense. Basically, I am getting prepared. Oh, also, once I finally get Numamon, I'll be able to clean up the game world, and that... Honestly, that's going to be such a relief to me, mostly just because I hate having to look at all the poop on the floor. Every single one is a, each and every one of them is a symbol of my failure as a Digimon tamer. And the kind of really annoying part is every single one of them, well, almost every single one of them in the entire game has either been, it happened while my Digimon was asleep, or the little pop-up happened immediately as I started a training thing, so I had no way to kind of work around it. Anyway, with that, our offense stat has successfully eclipsed all of our other stats. Okay, so let's do that. 179 will go up to 190. I'll train up to 200, and then, honestly, I don't know how much longer I have Tanemon for. I feel like it can't be that much, because it's been most of a day, and I think an in-training Digimon becomes a rookie after a day. But hey, I will find that out in the very near future. Also, yes, I could in theory just let Tanemon or any of my other Digimon poop on the floor one or two more times, because that virus meter is very high. It's, because that's cumulatively across the entire game. And basically, that would then turn into Sukamon, which would allow me to clean up the world a little bit earlier. But also, I don't really want to have to get a Sukamon, to be honest. But if I can avoid getting Sukamon, I will. The real question, though, is I don't know how the game approaches a couple of specific things. And by that, I mean, I don't know how the game approaches it if I end up needing to do a thing. Hang on. Okay, it does. Animon, are you about to need to go as soon as I start this? I'm gonna stand around and wait just a few. Okay. I'll do 1 HP training. Fantastic. We have a tiny bit more HP. And there we go. Right. Basically, I just didn't want to have the situation happen again, because as previously stated, I would quite like to avoid getting Sukamon. Mostly just because Sukamon is... like, Numamon, I think you can probably get it to work. Sukamon is a miserable time. Sukamon might be even worse than Numamon. Like, I know that if you are obviously extremely patient, you could beat the game just using Numamon, or probably even Sukamon. Because effectively, because in essence, you can basically get infinite money. And, infinite money effectively means infinite healing items, and infinite healing items mean, of course I win in the end, why wouldn't I? But still, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a pain. Also, Tanimon, please just evolve soon. I don't know how much longer this is gonna take, but, yeah, I don't know how much longer each individual one is gonna take, but this could take a little bit of a problem. Also, my Tamer level went up at one point. Like, my Tamer level went up when I got Metal Greymon. However, it didn't tell me when. It didn't tell me when this happened, but apparently it went back down. Which is a little bit of a shame, mostly because that means it's... because I think the higher your Tamer level... I think it's like the higher your Tamer level, the higher... like, just a percentage. It's not a massive amount, but it's a low percentage of your Digimon's stats will carry through when you kind of, whatchamacallit, spawn, regenerate, reincarnate, whatever you want to call it. Like, when you start a new cycle. But I think when you're at Tamer level 1, you just go back to, like, base default stats, which is obviously very, very disappointing. On the plus side, Tanimon should evolve soon. Like, in terms of time, it should be very soon. Like, honestly, Tanimon might wake up and immediately evolve, which would be very nice. I don't see it happening, but it would be quite nice. Okay, maybe I have one more training session. Okay, 258 offense. We have such a high offense stat. Okay, I'm gonna quickly make a run to that zone just to be certain. Just to be certain that I'm not, unintentionally gonna let this happen. Okay, I might as well just stand around and wait, because it'll only be like 30 seconds, won't it? Oh, okay, so, Tanimon is now going to evolve. What is it going to evolve into, though? I mean, realistically, it's only one of 2 things, so, let's find out. Okay, we got a Betamon. That's kinda cool. Oh, it makes a cute sound. And I'm a little disappointed, actually. I'm a little disappointed, not in the fact that I have Betamon, because honestly, I would quite like to actually have used this. This would have been a really cool thing to have had. But also, like, the part I'm disappointed in is the fact that I got one in the run when I'm attempting to get something bad. Like, in the run where I'm intentionally failing, this is when I got Betamon. and that's a little bit disappointing for me. Who knows, like, if I'd done something more like this the last time and gotten Betamon, I could have had something entirely different on the Vegemon run. Like, I don't know if Vegemon was good in the end, but I'm still glad that I had him for the time that I did, because Vegemon was solid. Like, he did good work. Like, I think I did half of the Grey Lord's Mansion. I got Ninjamon, I got Etamon. I think I had Vegemon when I got Vademon. Obviously, they aren't super, like, none of them were super intense. Actually, no, Ninjamon was a bit of a problem fight, wasn't he? Etamon honestly went by very quickly and easily. Probably because I got the poison pretty much straight away. I got that poison super early in that fight. But yeah, I would quite like to see the world. I would like to see the game if I'd had a Betamon. I don't think I've ever actually used one in this game either. I've always known you can get one, but I've never actually had one until right now. Which is a little bit of a shame, because again, I would have quite liked to use it and see what it could do. But also, I need to have a Numamon. So, that sucks. But hey, there's always a future playthrough I could do. I mean, realistically, I don't see myself coming back and playing through Digimon World for a full playthrough again in... I don't see myself playing another full playthrough of Digimon World to 100% completion in the at any point in the near future, but I do... But I don't know. It does have a quite simple, quaint charm to the game, I think. Okay, so... pretty much, I'm just going to keep grinding my offense stats, because because Betamon is primarily a, whatchamacallit, it is a water-based one, I can kind of take a couple of vaguely, I'm going to say vaguely, educated guesses at what it can evolve into, because I'm going to assume that it can turn into other kind of water or aquatic-based Digimon. So I'm going to assume that it can become a Digimon like Waymon, or Seadramon, or Shellmon. Is Coelamon a rookie or a champion level? I feel like I might have noted this. I feel like I probably noted this in the first... Oh, sorry, I would have noted it in the first episode when I got Coelamon to come to the city. But also, at the same time, I don't actually know off the top of my head. So that's something that I might need to keep an eye on. So, yeah, I feel like I could probably get Coelamon on as well. Actually, it only said there was 4 possible transformations. Yeah, it only said there was 4 possible evolutions, so it probably is those 4, would be my guess. Okay, so... Oh. So I said, what? Waymon... I said Waymon, Seadramon, Coelamon, and Shellmon. And all of those... Like, I imagine Waymon probably requires a lot of weight. It probably needs to be very heavy. It probably needs to be very heavy and have a lot of HP. Coelamon is kind of armored and probably needs a lot of defense, and I imagine Shellmon is much the same way. Seadramon? I don't know about Seadramon. And that's the thing. I don't know about any of these. I'm kind of just doing basic guesswork. Like, I'm doing guesswork and hoping for the best. Like, okay, hang on, wait. So let me just... Oh, it isn't tomorrow yet. Okay, let me quickly just look at this. So when I had Agumon, it could become Greymon, Meramon, Birdramon. I know from past experience it can become Monochromon, and it can become Tyrannomon. What's the last thing it can become? Like, I don't know what its final potential evolution is off the top of my head. Like, it can't be Leomon, I don't think. It probably can't become Unimon. Like, there's a lot of potential options, and I don't know what they are, and also Numamon is not listed. Like, Numamon, Sukamon, and Nanimon none of them get listed. They don't get listed as potential evolutions because they are like fail state evolutions. Basically, Sukamon is your Digimon pooped itself on the floor too many times, and the entire virus meter filled up, which is obviously not what you want at any given time. Numamon is you reach the kind of time where you would tick over into evolving into a champion level Digimon. Numamon is you reach the time when you would become a champion level Digimon, but you didn't have any of the requirements met. So basically, you would have become a champion level Digimon, but you didn't reach the requirements to become any of them, so therefore you just get a Numamon. But obviously, if a champion level one reaches a certain time, and basically, I think it's a case where if you had a champion level Digimon and did the same thing, it would just fade away and die. But otherwise, but also I feel like a lot of players would just super give up, especially when they were kids. If it's like, oh cool, I got Agumon. What do you mean? What do you mean it faded away and died because I didn't train it enough? Like, I can understand the logic behind that. Also, yeah, so that is Betamon at 400 offense. To be honest, I probably should I probably should pay attention to the other stats a bit, but also at the same time, I don't want to, because if any of them go too high, I'll end up getting not Numamon. And again, I really need to get Numamon, and I don't have a quick way to guarantee that I get it. In theory, I could just run around the island a whole bunch. But I could just run around the island a whole bunch until I inevitably get the evolution time. But also, at the same time, if I get into a fight and die at any point doing that, I could potentially digivolve to Bakemon, because you can get Bakemon if your whatchamacallit rookie level Digimon gets knocked out. There's a few Digivolutions in the game like that. Whatchamacallit, Myotismon tells you about them as well. So if you lose with Metal Greymon, you can get Skull Greymon. If you lose with Angemon, you can get Devimon. Any rookie Digimon can become Bakemon, and Birdramon can become Phoenixmon. So honestly, those could come in, quite handy as just a little bit of knowledge for later on. Also, part of why I want to, get all of these stat boosts is partially because it fills in the time, partially means I have to do less grinding later, but also because I'm pretty sure that when you get Numamon, Sukamon, or Nanimon, you have to really go out of your way to get Nanimon, though. Like, Nanimon is basically you have to outright abuse your Digimon. Like, to get Nanimon, I think it's something like scald your Digimon when it's in a rookie form, when it's at 0 happiness and 0 discipline. And from there, from there will become Nanimon. But also, if you Digivolve into Sukamon, Nanimon, or Numamon, I think it's just those three. I'm pretty sure it's just those three, but if you Digivolve into any of those, you get hit with a basically negative stat penalty, and you just lose a whole bunch of stats. I want to say it's like 20%. So obviously, that is quite a few, and I would quite like to avoid that if at all possible. But hey, we are now past 500 offense. I sure would love to be able to, use that offense stat, but I can't step out into the world because I'd still just get annihilated in one hit. Actually, you know what? I might give it a go. I might step outside and have one fight. Like, surely one fight can't hurt. I have 624 HP. Actually, what other moves could I give Betamon that I have? I could give it Electric Cloud, and that appears to be it. But hey, that's pretty decent. And actually, if I go out and do some fights with Betamon, I could potentially get a kind of like water bubble move, and that would actually be a really nice one to get. Like, that water bubble move is really powerful. But also, at the same time, I don't want to risk losing a life. I don't want to risk losing a life because Betamon has no defense currently. its defense stat is like 30. Like, sorry, it's 56. That actually did go up quite a bit. I guess that went up a fair bit just because of the natural process of evolution. Also, obviously, when I digivolve to, when we digivolve to Numamon, we lose a whole bunch of stats, but we'll also gain a whole bunch of stats as soon as we digivolve to Monzaemon. Basically, we aren't going to, like, we're gonna have Numamon for all of, like, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe? And I'm only saying all of 5 minutes, because I'm going to spend that time kind of going around the map first to clean up the area before we, whatchamacallit. Basically, I'm going to go around the map, clean up the area, and then go to Toy Town to evolve. Wait, we'll have, Dokunemon out here now, won't we? Are they out here yet? Yeah, they are. Okay. When morning comes, if we still have Betamon, and I'll go out and fight a couple of Madoki Betamon and just see how he does. I mean, realistically, I wouldn't be too surprised if I just one-shot them. Because, you know, I hit pretty hard. I have over 500 offense. Okay, Betamon needs to sleep. So now he can go nap. Oh. I love the little sound it makes. It's a very cute little sound. Okay. Right. So we can do one more training, then Betamon will probably need to go to the bathroom. Right? Right on schedule. 10 out of 10, right on schedule. And now I should also be able to go and talk to Digimon again. Digimon should also give me today's sirloins. Always nice to have more food. Because I think I'll also need those to train up I'll more than likely need those to train another, whatchamacallit? Another ultimate level Digimon. But, hey, we will need those in the somewhat near future. I think I should also be pretty close to, in a couple of days, is the rain plant should turn up in that kind of plant box next to Tanemon. So I think we should be doing pretty okay. E-term, I think, and pretty okay. Okay, so let's quickly head on out and try one fight with a Madoki Betamon. And hopefully I don't get one shot. I probably don't, because I'm fairly certain that Agumon has... I'm pretty sure that when you start the game, Agumon has stats roughly comparable to this, obviously with way lower offense. Because, you know, my offense is a bit high. Okay, there's the bubble. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that just takes that out in 2. And it did use the bubble, so I could potentially learn that. And I learned the bubble, that'd be pretty nice. No, we do not learn the bubble. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But you know what? Let's go try fighting the other one, because I know that 2 will turn up on this screen. Now we get to play a fun little mini-game called Do I End Up Throwing a Medium Recovery to Defeat a Madoki Betamon? I probably don't, but it would be simultaneously funny and sad if I did. So let's find out. I mean, either way, I should knock this out in 2 hits, so I don't think it's that much of a problem. But yeah, once we get Monzaemon, we are pretty much in the clear for the entire game, I think. Okay, I have no MP left. So I'm just gonna run away, because I'm not gonna waste items. I ain't wasting items, not when I have effectively infinite money available, but still, hey. Okay, back to training offense. Because, again, I'm pretty sure that's the only one that I can reliably do that with. And once we get once we evolve to Numamon, that's when I'll end off the episode, I think. I'll end off the episode when I evolve into Numamon, and then I'll go to Toy Town, and then in the next episode, I'll go to Toy Town, and we'll do everything in Toy Town. And that should be, I want to say maybe the second to last episode of the main game. I'm saying that because I'm saying maybe because I don't know how long Mount Infinity will take. But also at the same time, Mount Infinity is basically just bosses. Like, it's basically kind of just an onslaught of... It's basically an onslaught of tough basic enemies and boss fights. There's also one optional boss on your way up Mount Infinity. I will also be doing that, because of course I will. It's required to get 100% it's required for 100 prosperity, and I am going for that 100 prosperity. So hopefully we can get through it without too much hassle. Also, if nothing else, our speed stat is also looking pretty nice right about now. Our speed stat has been growing up. I think it's been going up by 3. Basically, it's been growing at roughly a fifth or so. Like, it's been going at roughly a fifth of the rate that our offense has. So basically, we have nothing else going, but we're relatively fast, and we have very high offense. And also, another reason why I'm slightly less worried about taking on Mount Infinity over the course of one episode is mostly just because some of these episodes have been ridiculously long. Like, I've had episodes of this that have been... I would say I've had a couple that have been like 20 minutes, but we've definitely had a few that have kind of gone equal to or past an hour. So I'm not too worried about all those. Okay, so... Okay, Batamon is now tired, so let's keep it going. He's tired, let's keep going. And now he probably wants to sleep. Okay. So what I am gonna do is... Wait, what day did I say I needed to go back to... Dramojamon's place? I want to say I had to go back to Dramojamon's place in... I want to say it was on day 18? So we should be fine on that. Also, I swear right now, I'm gonna go and I'm going to get rid of... Whatchamacallit? I'm gonna go and get rid of the tiredness. If Batamon ends up pooping on the floor because it rested for an hour, I am going... Well, not livid, but very inconvenienced. Because... Okay, it's hungry. You know what? Before I go and do anything else... Okay, Batamon, have your food. Now I'm gonna check the stat again. Okay. Okay, I think we should be okay. Yeah, his tiredness is very high. It would be kind of nice if the game gave you, like, a little meter to kind of, you know, keep an eye on that, but no, it's an unseen value. It's an unseen value in the game, as far as I can tell. Where I know that, you know, if you train, it goes, like, tiredness goes up. If you train, tiredness goes up. If fight, like, I know that those all affect it, but still. Okay, so the day should be just about over. There we go. Fantastic timing. Thank you for working with me on that, Batamon. Very much appreciated. Now then, let's go on over and continue our training. Don't worry, Monzaemon will probably take nowhere near as much training as this. Although, because obviously I'm not trying to max out my stats. But also, I am just focusing solely on this because it's the most practical for me. Okay, so, Batamon gets to go night-night again. I know I've said it every single time, but I love that little sound it makes. It's so cute. Okay, so wake up, do an hour of training, and now run to bat. Oh, you didn't need to go to the bathroom. You'll probably need to go in like 5 seconds, so you know what? I'm just gonna stand out. I'm just gonna stand and wait, I suppose. And hopefully he should evolve today. I want to say he'll evolve today. And if he doesn't, then that's fine, you know. If he doesn't, that's fine, like, you know, go at your own pace, Batamon, but, you know, I have places, you know, I have things to do, places to be. I mean, I really don't, but you know. Okay, Vegemon, can I get today's ones? Thank you. I really hope that when I eventually go into Mount Infinity, it's like, hey, here's a day where you get 5. That would be kind of nice. Also, just because I'm a little bit worried about it, because I know me, I'll probably trip over myself and lose the fight at some point. But I am going to put the defense chip back in there. I think who did I beat to get that defense chip? Was that the one I got from Metal Mamemon? I feel like it must have been. I feel like that was the one I must have gotten from Metal Mamemon. Also, look, I'm gonna say it. Metal Mamemon is very fun to say. I think it's just all the M sounds back to back to back. The Metal Mamemon. Just sounds cool. Okay, you know what? Let's go fight another Madoki Betamon. You know our one is the superior Madoki. You know ours is the superior Betamon because ours has, you know, ours is a different color. Like, ours is the shiny, basically. Okay, there's an electric shock move. Okay, we can hit him with an Arctic Blast for 198. That was quite a lot of damage. And okay, we block him. We block the hit, and we hit him with another Arctic Blast. And that knocks out the Madoki Betamon. Fantastic. Another easy win. I say another easy win. I have no MP to work with, but still. Also, I've always loved how in this game, when you defeat an enemy, they kind of just, like, scuttle off. They always kind of just skitter away or run away. It's always been in a nice little detail to it. You know, because even in Pokemon games... Oh, wait, what? Try to repeat the same training, something good will happen. Okay, thanks, Karumon. Is now a good time to tell Karumon I've been stood training my Digimon by effectively punching that one tree for, like, the last, I don't know, like, 4 in-game days? Also, I'm gonna stand and wait by the toilet until... Betamon needs to go, because I am a little bit worried that I'm gonna start a training thing. I'm worried I'm gonna start a training thing and he will immediately need to go, and I don't want that to happen. But you know what, Betamon is he's a good egg. He's a good egg, he's a good little guy. So I'm just gonna keep praising him. I think he's on maxed out happiness now. Which, honestly, kind of breaks my heart to see. Because it's like, I have spent all my time training this adorable little lizard thing. Like, I've been training this adorable little lizard thing, and I know that it's going to turn into this horrible slime monstrosity. And I genuinely feel bad about it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a bad decision here. I'm gonna go and just do another round of training. Maybe I just run maybe I just run a lap. I'll just run a lap. That'll help. That'll solve the problem. Or maybe I train brains. If I train brains, that could maybe do it. Because I don't know what the odds are. I don't know what the time code is. I don't think they turn up specifically on the hour in-game. And as I said that, I could have sworn that the time in-game just kind of paused for like 5 to 6 solid seconds. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do this. So I am just gonna stand here and wait. Okay, so hopefully we should be close to getting the Numemon evolution, because I'm gonna be honest, I've kind of run out of stuff to say. And evidently I think that was kind of obvious about 20 minutes ago. Oh, but hopefully we should get Numemon soon, and I'll end off the episode as soon as I get Numemon. I'll end off the episode as soon as there we go. I'll end off the episode as soon as I get Numemon, and then in the next episode we will go and we'll get Monzaemon, and then we'll take on Toy Town, and it'll be great. Everything will go fine. Everything will go fine. Our stats will skyrocket when we get Monzaemon compared to when they become Numemon. Although our offense stat is still going to be comically high regardless, because let's be real, that's all I've trained. Like, I have done nothing but train this offense stat, and as a result, it's all we have. I mean, hey, who needs defense when you knock out most things in one hit? The answer is you still need defense, because getting punched in the face kinda sucks. And also, I've never done the boss fight in Toy Town before. Even when I was playing this as a kid and had a cheated Digimon, I never went to Toy Town. Like, I've never actually fully seen Toy Town in this game, I don't think. Mostly just because, you know, you need a Numamon to go in. And you can go to Toy Town as soon as you find Cherrymon and talk to him, but, like, can't make progress in Toy Town without getting Numamon to get Monzaemon. Which is a little bit on the unfortunate and inconvenient side. Okay, Betamon, let's just keep training. We're gonna get to at least 700. I was gonna be a lot more impressive until, you know, it popped up and it was like, oh, I was already at 690 something. Okay, so let's just keep going. We're gonna evolve it a Numamon, and even when we get all of our stats reduced, we're still gonna have like 500 or 600 offense, and that's kind of funny to me. Okay, another bathroom break. Yeah, this has just been an hour of training. Because realistically, what have I done in this episode? I did some shopping. I did all those trades with Mojamon. I did training, 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 and I did training. That's all I've done. This episode is like 50 minutes long, and it's just training. And it's only training in offense. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a strong argument for why, I think this is perhaps more than anything else. I mean, realistically, I've shown it multiple times now. I feel like this is a very strong argument as to why Digimon World maybe isn't... Like, I think this is probably just proving to me even more so that maybe Digimon World wasn't the best idea for a series game. Like, I don't know. It's a game that I definitely knew I wanted to do a series on, but yeah, I feel like the grinding kind of just, like, stops most of the fun for it, because this is most of the game. This is, like, 75% of the game's gameplay cycle, unfortunately. Okay, Batamon, do you need to go? Oh, Batamon doesn't look too chill there. Let's give him some praise. Like, good job, buddy. Let's go talk to our weird old Uncle Vegemon to go and get some more sirloins. It's the next day, right? Is it? Hey, 10 out of 10, we got more food, let's go. But yeah, so we should, if I've done all of this and Betamon turns into something that if I've done all of this and Betamon actually turns into something good, I'm going to be upset. Like, straight up, I will be upset. Like, I will, because, like, this is one of those times, like, the entire point of this cycle... No way did that just happen. It needed to poop, and it's gonna transform. It's gonna evolve, hopefully, into Numamon. Maybe poop itself immediately and then immediately transform into Sukamon. If that happens, that would kind of be the move of all time. Okay, so we have Betamon. We've only trained his offense. And now, as a result, we get Numamon. Which is exactly what I needed. It sucks, but it's exactly what I needed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Yeah, we have nothing. Wait, what does our stats look like? Yeah, we still have 624 offense, but basically nothing else. Okay, so, I am going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And next time, next time we're going to Toy Town and we're going to actually make some progress. Because that should be the last thing I need to do before going to Mount Infinity. So, yeah, okay, thanks for watching. Later.